Good morning, my people, my people. My name is Chief Trumblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' furthermost citizen. I am the diaspora machismo. Oh, how the mighty Ralph Gonsalves has fallen.
Young people, women, elderly, men, everybody, come back home to labor if you're straight. Please, please, help us to help you. Lift us up. Lift me up, please, I beg you. Please, I beg you. Lift me up.
Oh, how the arrogant Ralph Gonsalves were humbled by the citizens of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Please, please.
It is always a pleasure to see the humiliation of the arrogant. Ralph Gonsalves, if you can remember very well, I told you many decades ago that I, this little boy from Bottom Tongue, is going to determine how the future generation sees you as a man and as a politician. I told you I will determine how you are viewed by the future of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I also warned you that you are going to be discredited like Christopher Columbus is discredited, like Sir John Hawkins and all of the other Caucasians who the white nation holds up to us as heroes were discredited. I must say that I was privileged to have been born in a very unique time in St. Vincent and the Grenadines history. I remember growing up in Bottomtown. There was a young boy by the name of Arnold Kulzak, we called him Bam. There was nothing that happened in our community that Arnold did not know. I don't know where he got his information from or who he got his information from. But everything that happened in our community, he knew about it and he could give you details about what have happened in whose house, when it happened, and who it happened to. No family in our community was safe from Arnold's knowledge. He was always found discussing these business with the adults, and he always got a lot of attention. I always wonder, how come I am never in the right place at the right time? Like Arnold are. How come I never know these things before? But while my friend Arnold was being exposed to the neighborhood petty gossip and scrabbling within our community, I was exposed to some things that are so transformative. I was exposed to information that was classified, information that had to do with nation building and the development of people. And these were all by design. I was a part of an experiment by the late, great, the father of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Milton Cato, and my father. And that experiment will be materialized very soon. I am telling you this. When people hear me speak about Milton Cato, they tend to associate it, Milton Cato Labour Party, with the Unity Labour Party. But let me bring this to your attention right now. Milton Cato was the founder of the St. Vincent Labour Party. Milton Cato thought Ralph Gonsalves should have been in prison in Barbados. Should never had the opportunity to be Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Stanley Starkey John knew how Milton Cato felt about Ralph Gonsalves. Yet, he allowed Ralph Gonsalves to take control of the party Milton Cato built. The Right Honorable Milton Cato will never form a coalition with a white person, even if it means he would have gotten the opportunity to be Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He turned down James Mitchell when there was a situation in St. Vincent and the Grenadines where Mitchell the Independent won the Beckwith seat and Cato and Joshua tied. So when that imposter Ralph Gonsalves say that he is the leader of a Labour government, he's an imposter. He is the leader of an oppressive party, an oppressive government that steals the name of a party that Milton Cato, an honest, upright gentleman, started. So Ralph Gonsalves, I am a man of my word. I told you I am going to ensure that the future see you for who you really are. I am promising you that I will never lie on you. I will only speak the truth as I know and understand it where you are concerned. Don't forget, I know that you were apprehended by police in Bonprove in the 1970s. I know exactly what you are apprehended for. And don't forget, I know the whole story. Don't forget, I know that you were smuggled out of Barbados by Bonds Bonady and why you were smuggled out of Barbados by Bonds Bonady and how this whole thing come together. Don't forget, I know how you destroyed the United People's Movement of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and what you did to enslave those members and get control over them. Don't forget, I spoke to Michelle Andrews myself, and Michelle Andrews told me her whole story. She even wanted me to write a book about what she went through. Don't forget, I know what you did in Grenada and how you destroyed the Grenada Revolution under the guise that you were helping them to forward the revolution. There is technology that's available today that can prove that Nicole Sylvester, Michelle Andrews, Hugo Chavez, and Fidel Castro died from the same chemical, and the one person these four people have in common is Ralph Gonsalves. I know some of you are saying, don't forget Glenn Jackson. I don't have nothing to do with Glenn Jackson. As far as I'm concerned, whether Ralph Gonsalves and Julian Francis killed Glenn Jackson got what he deserved. My people, let me bring to your attention three terms that you must get familiar with. Three terms that I created. Three terms that will be examined, scrutinized, quoted, and referred to by political pundits, by economics, and other influencers. The first term is transformative politics. The second term is transformative government. And the third term is transformative management. The next generation of Vincentians will be privileged enough to see that these three terms be placed on a blackboard, and they will see as these three terms develop from scratch into their full identities. I promise you, I am going to revamp the way business is done politically in the entire region, from predetermined election date to predetermined nomination date. For no prime minister must be made to manipulate the election date and the nomination date to benefit them. An election must be free and it must be fair. That means without bias, without advantages to anyone. There are so many things wrong with our political system. We have no real checks and balances to hold dishonest politicians accountable. I have already formulated a systematic process of which incidents of corruption and criminal activities ought to be handled. This system needs the scrutiny of other professionals to fine-tune it so it can be a system without loopholes. All in all, it gives me great pleasure to see the arrogant Ralph Gonsalves humbled by the small people, the citizens of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I remember these three concepts: transformative politics, transformative government, and transformative management. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite most citizen. I am the diaspora matrix.